first review ever. Hello everyone, it's Mochi Mochi and welcome to my channel. I've never done a review before, but after watching Maniac on Netflix, I was like, I have to do a review. So firstly, it's 18 plus. It said strong bloody violence and sex references. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm not really one for gore or blood or anything like that. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, Josh was like, do you want to watch it? And I was like, oh, yeah, right, I'll give it a go. And it wasn't that bad. Throughout the 10 episodes, there was only about 3 times where I was like, yuck, and had to look away. So I didn't even really feel like it needed that sort of a rating. If they just took out those parts, it could have been like a 16 plus or something. However, the themes are quite complicated anyway, so it probably is for an older audience. But yeah, that was just my initial thought. So you start watching episode 1 and you kind of go, oh, it looks like our world, but there's certain things that are a bit off. For example, there's a lot of hints about relationships. The adverts in the background give you little hints. Certain landmarks aren't quite the same as the landmarks we know them as. So while you're watching it, although you don't know exactly when it's set or where they are or what world it's in, you know it could be like an alternate universe. It's like our world, except it's gone by a slightly different path. And you see this when Emma Stone's character Annie first walks through the city. If you do start to watch it, just pay attention to the background because it's quite interesting, all the clues they give. The producers definitely do not assume you're stupid. They kind of want you to kind of speculate, I think, and guess about what's happening. They don't just hand you all the answers on a platter, which is something I liked about it. If you're someone who doesn't like to be left wondering what's going on, maybe not the show for you. However, I think if you stick at it, it slowly reveals what's going on. So I would say the context is the most vague part of the series. However, it also makes it extremely interesting. In terms of the characters, Jonah Hill and Emma Stone's characters are the 2 main characters, and they did an amazing job. In fact, I would say all the actors did an amazing job. And throughout the series, the characters just keep changing, which actually keeps you engaged in every episode and looking forward to the next episode. What are you gonna see? You don't know. Finally, I just wanted to mention the plot. The plot was extremely punchy. There was no plot holes, and because each episode is 27 to 47 minutes long, probably averaging about like 40 minutes. It's not so long that you lose interest or you're disengaged. They keep the plot rolling, they keep the story moving. And again, not everything is obvious about the plot. As you go along, you need to figure it out for yourself. That's why I probably would recommend watching this with somebody else so you can bounce ideas off, and someone who enjoys thought-provoking series or movies, a bit like Inception, I guess. I remember the first time I watched Inception, I was like, what is going on? However, to have someone who's seen it already or who's watching it with you, who can kind of pick up on things you missed, that's really helpful. So me and Josh were constantly sort of pausing it and discussing what we were seeing. And I like that there's not a sequel as well. Although I was so sad when it was over, I feel like if they kept it going, they may have not have tied it up so smoothly. And they just did a really amazing job. Final thoughts would be, definitely just go check it out if you're interested. If you're on the should I watch it, definitely go give it a go. It's not that long. In fact, you think, oh, 10 episodes, but by the time you get to the last episode, you're like, where did that time go? We binged it for sure. We watched it within 3 days. It was just so good. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. You can go check out my other videos. I don't do reviews usually. I sort of do videos with Japanese and travel. Thank you for watching. Bye.